Afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to session 2 of the Royal Commonwealth Pro here in Edinburgh. We are here for the second session of the Edinburgh International Swim Meet. And there's what we we're here for session 2. We've sorted out our technical gremlins there. Apologies everyone at home here on the live stream. We are broadcasting on the live stream as well as we've got our in-house commentators as well on the job. So yeah, just a bit of a mixture there. Technical gremlins besetting us at the start of this session too. But that's woken us all up here in the commentary position. And here's what we've got to look forward to for this second session of the Edinburgh International Swim Meet. We start again with another 1500 freestyle for men. Of course, we saw the faster swimmers in the first session of heats this morning, and this second session will be the younger swimmers, the improving swimmers, trying to put their way, do a time so to make their way into a final tonight. Another swim in the final session tonight. In the finals tonight, we have the top 8 swimmers will contest the A final. The second 8 swimmers will contest the B final, and the top 8 junior finalists who don't make an A or a B final will contest a junior final. So lots of opportunities for the swimmers to make their way for another swim tonight. It's not going to happen for this first event though, which is the 1500 freestyle. This is all heat declared. We saw the first of the heats this morning. Swim, we've got one heat this afternoon for the younger swimmers, and tonight we will have the fastest 8 swimmers going against the clock to see if they're faster than the 2 heats that have already been swum, going for the gold, silver and bronze medals and the title of Edinburgh International Champion for 2022. So we are underway for this first event of this afternoon, the men's 1500 metres freestyle. And we do have 8 swimmers taking the start for this one. And in lane 1 is the swimmer just closest to us as we're looking down the bottom of the screen, Kai Connolly from City of Glasgow. We have in lane number 2 Dennis O'Brien from Swim Ireland. We've got Angus Johnson in lane number 3 from City of Glasgow. In lane number 4, Michael Flynn, also from City of Glasgow. We've got Scott Fleming in lane number 5 from East Kilbride. We have John Taylor from Aberdeen Performance in lane number 6. We have Ben McLaughlin from Geary in lane 7, and Finlay Scott from Edinburgh University, who's in lane 8, right at the top of your screen. So the 2 swimmers in the centre lanes, Michael Flynn and Scott Fleming, they have the fastest entry times. Those times at 16:23 and 16:41 respectively. So quite a gap between the 2 in the centre. It's early days yet, but they're really forging ahead of the rest of the field. This is the 1500 freestyle, of course. It's the longest distance that we go in the pool. Very very close contest in these early stages. Michael Flynn, 2:06.70. It's actually faster than we saw the swimmers go this morning. Well, it was very fast finishing swimmers this morning, and the top position went to the Israeli swimmer Yoav Romanov, who really built through the whole of the 1500. He was nice pace, 106 pace for the first 500, improved that to 105s as he went through the middle 500, and the final 500 it was 104s, 103s, and then a sub-60 last 100 for the Israeli with a very impressive time of 16:05. So these younger swimmers, all from Scotland with the exception of Dennis O'Brien from Swim Ireland, they're going to have a tough act to follow. We'll go through the 300 mark. Michael Flynn from City of Glasgow just leads Scott Fleming from East Kilbride. 3:13.40. So started off in around about the 106 mark. Clear in third position. It looks like it's John Taylor in line number 6 there. Michael Flynn just taking up the running now, ahead of Scott Fleming, just beginning to kind of, they were pretty close there the first couple of hundred. Just a tiny little bit of gap appearing there as they go down. Maybe the angle slightly deceptive on the screen. We're dead level with them here on the finish line. Great commentary position here at the Royal Commonwealth Pool in Edinburgh. As they come down to us, we see, well, there's not much in it at all. At times you'll see there in the grey on your screen, that's the previous 50. So that's the last 50 metre split that they did. So you'll see there was not much in it at all, just 0.2 of a second between the two swimmers. So we'll get an idea as this race progresses how fast the swimmers are actually going, because we'll be able to see those splits. And maybe as the race gets a little bit elongated, we'll just see the differences creeping in. These change to the graphics that we've seen here, adding a little bit extra, we think. And there we go, Michael Flynn just 6/100ths ahead of Scott Fleming there on that previous 50, just extending the gap to 0.3 of a second. So we'll come down to the 500 mark. Already we're a third through this 1500 freestyle. So Michael Flynn just dipping under the 34-second mark. Scott Fleming and John Taylor dead level there, 5:27.90. That's slipped into the 107 range as they're going into the middle section of this 1500. That's a third of the race gone. We're into the second third now. Great head-on shot there for Michael Flynn, that blue cap of City of Glasgow. Looking well balanced, a good technique there, and you just see the split for that previous 50. Another 0.2 of a second of the advantage there. And Scott Fleming can't really let those little tenths of a second continue, or very quickly he'll be seeing a gap open up between him and the leader, Michael Flynn. Yeah, again, Michael Flynn just 6/100ths faster than Fleming. He goes down to 6:35. That's just over the 107 again, pretty consistent from what we've seen before. And it's a good contest, this. Michael Flynn, a 19-year-old. Just that gap beginning to open up again. You see that 33.68 for the previous 50 against 33.82. So again, just a tenth of a second, and all these tenths of a second when you think you're doing 30 lengths of this 50-metre pool. It all adds up. And the lead just 7:42 as they go through 700 metres. Again, difference there, 0.2 of a second. Again, at 107 mark. Still Michael Flynn continuing that 107 range. Scott Fleming just kind of feeling the pace a little bit more. He's dropping down in terms of his 100 splits. That's the halfway point they're coming to now. The 750 mark. And the split there for that final 50 is now open to 0.7 of a second, and that's why you're seeing the gap develop. John Taylor in third position. It's going along nicely for Aberdeen Performance. He goes in lane number 6. Dennis O'Brien, the only non-Scot in this one. He in lane number 2. He's going fine there in fourth position at the halfway point. Down to 800 now. 849.66. So again, just about bang on 107. Just 106.99 for that one. So again, the gap just opening up now. And this is looking like a good swim from Michael Flynn. That's 800 gone. This will be 850. We'll see what's happening in the minor places. Everything getting a little bit elongated there. You see just got a glimpse of the contest between Dennis O'Brien and Angus Johnson, one lane up from him. That's a close contest there in lanes 2 and 3. But the rest of the field quite well separated, I would say, as they come down to the 900 mark. Again, these splits are going to tell the tale. 9:56.37. He is getting good improvement there. It's over a second the gap on that last 100. Michael Flynn beginning just to pick it up slightly. In the 106.7 range there. So that's pretty impressive stuff here. He's started off on the 106s. He had about 400 or 500 metres in the 107 range. He's back down to the 106s again. So Michael Flynn beginning to ramp it up. We'll be coming to the 1,000 metre mark as they hit the bottom. There's that contest there. The swimmers going the other way. And that is the contest for fourth position in this heat. And that's Dennis O'Brien in the green cap and Angus Johnson, one lane up, City of Glasgow swimmer.
So this is 2:36 now, 1,000 metres.
1,000 metre mark. Just check the time for that previous 100. 11:03.91. Back down to the 107s now. But still, just stretching that lead there. Another second or so of an advantage. So as they move into the final 500 metres here, it's difficult to see the positions here changing. Scott Fleming clear in second position. Does look like John Taylor clear in third place. Yeah, big gaps between the swimmers as they come in now. John Taylor, we'll just keep an eye on the gap between him and Scott Fleming to see if anything potentially might change. The gap there at that top end between Scott Fleming and Michael Flynn was, well, it's a big gap really, 7 seconds or so as they come down to the 1100 mark. 12:10.96, just about bang on 107 again. Scott Fleming going through in 12:20. And John Taylor in 12:27. So again, that gap not really changing. John Taylor just still 7 seconds behind Scott Fleming. And running out of time to make any inroads into that gap. But Michael Flynn going in now. There's the leader coming back down. This is the reverse angle. He's in a rhythm now. He's in these 106, kind of high 106, low 107 rhythm. Should take him through. This is the 1200 mark. 18.09 again, 107, just below 107, 107.2. And if we were to get a couple of 107s, what would that put him in? About 16, 1632, 1632-ish. Yeah, probably not going to be only 1623 that we've been hoping for the entry time. It's going to be nearer the mid 1630s, I think, if my maths is okay. John Taylor now trying to make a move here on Scott Fleming. We'll just check the gap as they go onto that turn at the top. Yeah, Scott Fleming 14.05 and John Taylor in now 14.11. So it is closing very slightly, but it's 6 seconds. It's only about 1 second of a difference from previously, but well, there's still a couple of 100 metres to go. You never know, there might be a little bit of a challenge mounted there. Still 107.2 for the leader, Michael Flynn. And he's got 3 lengths to go when he hits that top end here. Challenge between Fleming and Taylor. Well, it has reduced. It's 5.8 seconds now, so it is reducing, and it's visibly reducing, as you can see John Taylor trying to come back here. But with 150 to go, you've got to think that Scott Fleming's still going to be the favourite. That close contest between Dennis O'Brien and Angus Johnson, well, O'Brien has stretched away there in that last couple of 100. He's got a big advantage now over Johnson. And the bell will sound for Michael Flynn as he goes over 15:32.19. Again, just under the 107 that time. It's very consistent stuff. We'll see if he can, how close he can get on this last 100. I think it is going to be too late for John Taylor to come back on terms. The gap is reducing, definitely. It's now down to 4 seconds or so, but I think Scott Fleming's going to have enough to hold off the challenge of John Taylor. Just left it too late to try and make inroads into that second position there. So the leader coming home now, Michael Flynn, on his last length. He has swum this well. Very consistent swimming. Just looking down at the splits that I've written down for him here. Started off in the 106 range. He was around about high 106, 107s all the way through this 1500 and into the finish now. He finishes there in 16:36.86. A 104 to finish, and that is a well-paced swim for the winner, Michael Flynn. Here is Scott Fleming. It was a late challenge for John Taylor, but it is not going to be enough. Scott Fleming will come in that time of 16:56 And John Taylor also under the 17-minute mark. Dennis O'Brien with that good second half, you have to say. He was on a par with Angus Johnston up until, well, certainly around about 2/3 of the race. They were pretty close. And Dennis O'Brien gets in. Ben McLaughlin actually coming to take Angus Johnson right on the touch there. 1/100 separating them after 17 minutes of swimming. So Ben McLaughlin, a good finish from him. Kai Connolly from City of Glasgow, 17:49, and Finlay Scott will be the final swimmer home. The leg's still going strongly. Finlay Scott is putting some effort into this final stages of this 1500. Finlay Scott takes it 18:08. So a well-paced swim there from Michael Flynn to take that one in 16:36. It was a close contest in the early stages, but 20 seconds was the gap at the end. Scott Fleming ahead of the fast finishing John Taylor. So there's the lineup for the first of the 6 heats of the 100 backstroke for women. All the 8 swimmers here, all entered on times of 1:10. So it'd be nice to see someone dip under that 1:10 barrier. Closest to us, the red cap of Warrender, Naomi Wilson. Anna Easton in line 2 for Dundee City Aquatic. Orla McInnes from Heart of Midlothian in 3. Coco Croxford from City of Glasgow in 4. Ariella Bidsimo Butler from Derwentside in 5. Zoe Crawford from first in line 6. Holly Lumsden in 7 from Heart of Midlothian. And Jessica Heaps from Fauldhouse in line 8. Now Zoe Crawford has the advantage there. Ariella Bidsimo Butler. Youngest in the field, Coco Croxford in 4th place there. City of Glasgow swimmer. But it's 6 and 8 here. Zoe Crawford and Jessica Heaps look like they are going to challenge the rest of the field to keep up with them. Jessica Heaps maybe just being edged by Zoe Crawford into that final touch. And 109.70. Well, we did have someone dip under the 110. Always good to see. Zoe Crawford it is. So she'll be delighted to get under that barrier, I'm sure. So Zoe Crawford takes it, 109.70. Jessica Heaps in 2nd. Heat number 2. Emma McGavin, closest to us from Hamilton. 2 West Lothian swimmers, Athena Pearce and Ashley Merson in 2 and 3. Amber Stevenson from South Ayrshire in 4. Melissa Mini from City of Glasgow in 5. Catherine Renfrew from Perth City in 6. Catherine Body from Geary in 7. And Martha Reeves from Dundee City Aquatic in lane 8. All these swimmers entered in the 109. Again, I wonder if anyone can challenge that time. Amber Stevenson first to the wall, 33.59. In that fast lane in lane number 4. Emma McGavin coming back strongly in line number 1 there. I think it is going to be Amber Stevenson though. She's going to dip under that 1940. Exactly the same as her entry time, 1940. That is consistent swimming from Amber Stevenson. Faster than the first heat, so that'll be the fastest so far of this afternoon's swims. Emma McGavin in 2nd, Melissa Mini in 3rd place there. The youngest swimmer in the field, Melissa Mini, City of Glasgow, just on the 110 mark. Here's a lineup for heat number 3. Grace Courtney goes in lane 1 for East Lothian. Jessica Kale from Hatfield in lane 2. Mia McLeod in lane 3 from Swim It. Gabrielle Freeman from Morpeth in 4. 2 from Derwentside in 5 and 6. Georgia Harvey and Erin Russell. Erin Hammond goes from South Ayrshire in 7. And Jessica Beaton from Aberdeen Dolphins in lane 8. Just about following the spearhead here. Gabby Freeman, 33.55. Very close to the time for the split from the last heat. Georgia Harvey, 33.72 in 2nd place. Erin Russell in 3rd, I think it was. In fact, it wasn't. It was Mia McLeod in 3rd place. Apologies, Mia. But just stretching away now, lane number 4, just hammering home that advantage. It's been a good second half here. Gabby Freeman takes that one in 33.55 for the split. In fact, no, that was the split. No times registering here. I wonder why we didn't have the captions. Their scoreboard in the venue also not registering either. So there we go. Gabby Freeman taking it, 108.57. Well done to Gabby. Jessica Keel in 2nd and Georgia Harvey in 3rd spot. Oh, to try and force your way into one of the junior finals, it's looking like something like a 106 maybe as a reserve position possibly. Just depends if anyone withdraws from the A or B finals as well, so close you can get to that 106.41 I think for the reserve position as it stands. And some of the swimmers in this final 3 heats maybe I'll have an opportunity to challenge those times. So we have Fern Crichton in line number 1, Maria Louisa Howe from Aberdeen Performance in 2, Sophia Quigley from Swim Ireland in 3, Katie Rose from Warren de Bass in 4, Ailey Armstrong from East Lothian in 5, Natalie Jones from Warren de Bass in 6, Aviva Holinsky from Plymouth Leander in 7, and Kerry Gillespie from Aberdeen Performance in lane number 8. Fern Crichton right down there in lane number 1 from Perth City. Oh, she was the early leader. Maria Luisa Howe from Aberdeen Performance. These two in 1 and 2 look like they're going to bring them home here. Might just go to lane 1 possibly. Oh, it does. Fern Crichton, well done. And 108.83. Ailey Armstrong coming back strongly in lane number 5 as well in that centre lane. Good second 50 from her. Fastest of everyone in the field there. But it is Fern Crichton and Maria Louisa Howe who takes that one. 108.83 for Fern Crichton. And 109.28 for Maria Louisa Howe. There's a confirmed result. Fast finish there from Ailey Armstrong to get her into 3rd position. It's ahead of Sophia Quigley. So a little bit of a issue with the results there. We didn't get the results from the previous one, and that's been carried forward to that heat. So the technical people working away on that one. And that's the lineup for the next heat, which is heat number 5. So Emily Headley from Newcastle goes in lane 1. Marie Wood from Aberdeen Performance in 2. Lucy Stoves from Dundee City Aquatic in 3. Charlotte Williams from Hatfield in 4. Lee Bailey from Swim Ireland goes in lane 5. Grace Idowu from Newcastle goes in 6. Kiana Bellotti from Edinburgh University in 7. And Susie McNair from First goes in lane number 8. Well, entry times for this one, Charlotte Williams in 106.70. That might give her a chance if she can achieve that to go for another swim. She's got to be in the low 106s, I think, to force her way into a final, but again, depends on withdrawals. Line number 5 going well though. That's Lee Bailey from Swim Ireland. Green cap is at the front, also going well. Right at the top there is Kerry Gillespie. Oh, sorry, Susie McNair it was. And Susie McNair will take that one, I think. Well, possibly not. She was going well, but the time not registering here for Susie McNair. Was very close indeed at the finish there. Susie McNair was coming back. Lee Bailey and Marie Wood were having a little bit of a contest there. Susie McNair just pushed through. Again, a little bit of an issue with the timing. It's been excellent so far. We didn't have many issues at all. In this morning's session, it ran pretty smoothly. So there we go. Yeah, it was Marie Wood who took it in the end, just by 1/10 of a second from Lee Bailey. Susie McNair, I thought she was in the mix. She just misses out by 0.2 of a second. So 107.82 for Marie Wood. One more heat to come. Can anyone force their way into another swim tonight? So Ellie Walker goes in lane number 1. We have Melissa Mainwaring in 2. Ella Stevenson in lane 3. Elena Pedersen, Millfield swimmer, goes in lane 4. Next to the Mount Kelly swimmer, Holly Widows. Aoife Doran from Swim Ireland in 6. Lacey Roberts from Plymouth Leander in 7. And Lucy Lucas goes in lane number 8 for Edinburgh University. Elena Pedersen is the one who leads them through. Entry time of 105.10. That might be enough for another swim tonight. If you can get into that range. In fact, she's not one of the juniors actually, so she won't be able to force her way into a junior final. But it is Elena Pedersen leading them through. She has Holly Widows next to her. She is a junior swimmer. It's going to be very close at the end. Holly Widows coming back very strongly. It is in the 105 range. Again, the time's not registering. But 105.67 was registering as the finish time. And it didn't look like Holly Widows was too far behind. So I wonder if that might be good enough. There we go. Holly Widows, 105.99 for the junior swimmer. That might... Whoa, is it going to be very close? She might be one of the reserves for the junior final, possibly. But we shall see when the official results come out. Very difficult to tell in terms of who's in the B finals. Of course, if you're a junior, you're eligible to swim in the A and B finals, and if it's the fastest 8 juniors that are not eligible for those A and B finals that make the junior final. So she certainly gave herself a good chance there. Holly Widows in that final heat of the women's backstroke. It's now the men's 100 backstroke. Five heats of this one. We have Liam Gorczynski from Monifieth in lane 1. We have Sean Cy Griffiths from Warrender Baths in lane number 2. Reuben Kelly from Dumfries in 3. Keane Smith from Airdrie in 4. Kyle Wong from City of Glasgow in 5. Finlay Nelson from Dumfries in 6. Robbie Thompson from Shetland in 7. And Adam Ritchie from Warrender Baths in lane number 8. Maybe like 2 and 3, Sean Cy Griffiths and Reuben Kelly were maybe first into that turn. Coming back though, Keane Smith in lane number 4. Liam Gorczynski is also going well in lane number 1. Oh, all in the wall together here. It might be just lane number 3, is it? Reuben Kelly. Yeah, 104.82 for Reuben Kelly. Ruben Kelly takes it ahead of Liam Kosinski. And ahead of Sean Cy Griffiths. Just with that close contest ahead of Kane Smith. There's the lineup for heat number 2. So we have Cameron Doran from Bells Hill in 1, Rory Young from City of Glasgow in 2, Ethan Stewart from Hamilton in line 3, Jack Simpson, East Kilbride in 4, Kyle Mitchell from Geary in 5, Dara Morgan from Swim Ireland in 6, Luke Porteous, East Lothian in 7, and Jacob Elwell from Borough of Stockton in lane number 8. Going well is Jacob Elwell, 30.12 for the swimmer right at the top. Cameron Doran just close behind in second, so the outside lanes showing them the way home. 1 and 8. Maybe in third spot, possibly Ethan Stewart in lane number 3, coming through strongly in the middle, but I think it might just be, yep, lane 8 and lane 1. Cameron Doran just behind Jacob Elwell in that time of 102.49. So good swim there from the swimmers in the outside lanes. So Jacob Elwell takes it from lane 8. Excellent time as well, just a second and a half faster than his entry time. There is heat number 3. No swimmer in lane number 2, but we do have Elliot Best from Newcastle. In lane 1, we have George Wise from Dartford in lane 3. Ewan Beattie from Warren Dartbaths in lane 4. Oliver Dennis from Plymouth Leander goes in lane 5. Owen Williamson from East Lothian goes in lane number 6. Matthew Mahoney from Newcastle in 7. Kieran Lennox from Aberdeen Performance in lane 8. Ewan Beattie going well in the centre lanes, also going well. Matthew Mahoney as well. They're in lane 7. Oh, danger all over the place here. Elliot Best going well in lane number 1. It's very difficult to split them here as they come in. Might be lane number 5. Oliver Dennis with the touch, just in 103.13. 1/100th ahead of Elliot Best in lane 1. In lane 1 in second position, and in third place Matthew Mahoney in 103.50. So 1/100th of a second the gap between the two. Oliver Dennis and Elliot Best fighting that one out. Decent time for Elliot Best, just 4/100 shy of his entry time. So go on to the 4th heat. Stuart Crawford goes in lane number 1. In lane number 2, Murray Dixon from Stirling Swim. In lane number 3, Joseph Martin. In lane number 4, it's Harry Winston. Greer van der Meulen goes in 5, Callum Dunn in 6, Jacob Wood in 7, and Calvin MacDonald in lane number 8. That's the lineup for this 4th heat. We're coming to final stages here. In lane number 5 is leading them home. It looks like Greer van der Meulen possibly going to get the touch. Maybe Joseph Martin takes it just at the end there. Good finish there from Joseph Martin to take that one. 101.51 for Joseph Martin. 101.66 for Greer van der Meulen. And in 3rd place, Stuart Crawford right down there in lane number 1. So 101.51. Well, heat 5 of the 5 heats. To make your way into a B final position, you have to be well under the 1 minute mark. All these swimmers, well, the fastest of the swimmers, Brendan Johnson, has entered just 1 minute .50. So it's going to be a tough ask for any of these swimmers to make their way into an A and B final. Possibility of a junior final though. Probably have to be under the 1 minute mark though, if that's going to be the case. Callum Peebles from East Lothian goes in 1. Travis Davey from Dundee City Aquatic in 2. Tom Robertson, Aberdeen Dolphins in 3. Brendan Johnson in 4th from Aberdeen Performance. Angus Johnson from City of Glasgow goes in lane number 5. Alex Thompson from Warren Bass in 6. Charlie Smith in 7 from East Lothian. And Fraser Wilson from Aberdeen Performance goes in lane number 8. Well, Travis Davey, 29.74, giving himself a little bit of a chance here in lane number 2, try and dip under that 1 minute mark. It's very close indeed as they come past the camera there. Lane number 1 going well, Callum Peebles. I wonder who's going to get the touch here. Very, very close. Across the other side of the pool, I think it might be Callum Peebles though, into the finish. And Callum Peebles gets it in 102.12. Good second 50 there from Callum Peebles. It was Charlie Smith in 2nd place across there in lane number 7. And Travis Davey in 3rd place in lane number 2. So again, all across the pool there was danger there. Callum Peebles taking that one in 102.12. 200 butterfly for women is next. This is the event I thought there might be a chance for some people to make their way for a second swim tonight. So a huge entry in the women's race this morning. Kiana McInnes and Emily Large led the way. 3 heats again. It's Eva Gordon from Stirling Swim in lane number 1. Lucy De Grossa from Best in lane number 2. We have Freya Beaton from City of Glasgow in 3. Millie Milne and Kiana Kurtzer from Warren de Bath in 4 and 5. Emma Finlay from East Lothian in 6. Elizabeth Doubleday from City of Glasgow in 7, and Evie O'Halloran Hutchison from Derwentside. Well, it is the swimmer in lane 8 who led at the 50 metre mark, 32.47 for Evie O'Halloran Hutchison. Line 5 going well. Kiana Kurtzer. We saw her this morning swim a very good backstroke event, and then was disqualified after it. We're not sure what's happened. We don't get to know the reason for things up here in the commentary position. That's why we always have the disclaimer. Anything we say in commentary is don't take it as read. It's not our decision. It's the referees and the technical officials that decide whether people are disqualified or not. We can only see what we see. And I thought Kiana Kurtzer swam pretty good backstroke swim, but there must have been an infraction somewhere on that swim. But she is making amends here, going very well indeed in this 200 butterfly. Really stretching away from everyone else. The early leader was Evie O'Halloran Hutchison. She's in second position. There's a queue of about 4 or 5 swimmers all in a row battling for third, but Kiana Kurtzer is going to come home here. First position under the 2:30 mark. Well done, Kiana. 2:29.59 for Kiana Kurtzer. Well, it's an excellent swim there from Kiana Kurtzer. Evie O'Halloran Hutchison in second. Eva Gordon, it was, in third. And fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh, all in the 2:38 mark, with Libby Doubleday in 2:39. So good contest, that one. Second heat sees Athena Pearce from West Lothian in lane number 1, Coco Croxford from City of Glasgow in 2, Thunrada McGregor from Warren the Baths in 3, Erin Taylor from Finns in lane 4, Abigail Stemp from Edinburgh University in lane 5, Lauren Clark from East Lothian in 6, Leonie Jones from Borough of Stockton in lane 7. Next to her, Borough of Stockton teammate Chloe Ward. She goes in lane number 8. Two Borough of Stockton swimmers going very well in the early stages. If I remember rightly, the Borough of Stockton produced some excellent swimmers, Olympic swimmers and international swimmers in the past, and I think specifically 200 butterfly was one of those events that Borough of Stockton swimmers excelled at. Abigail Stemp led them through halfway in 107.29. Erin Taylor in second position. That red cap. Lauren Clark coming through strongly in lane number 6, just 3 lanes from the top there. Erin Taylor, maybe just with the momentum. You see the time from the previous 50, the only swimmer under the 40-second mark. So she's the one that swam that last 50 the fastest, and she's continuing that momentum here into this final 50. She's now hit the front. And Erin Taylor from Finns has timed this well. And she will take that one, 2:28.62. Abigail Stemp, 2:29.66. And Coco Croxford in third spot, just ahead of Lauren Clark. So Erin Taylor with 2:28.62. Just slightly faster than that first heat for Kiana Kurtzit. Two swimmers under the 2:30 mark. Abigail Stemp, the other one, 2:29.66. So third and final heat. This 200 butterfly. Rosie Smith from Morpeth in lane number 1. Kate Mills from Loughborough University in 2. Lauren Patterson from Edinburgh University in 3. Lucy Grieve from South Ayrshire in lane 4. Zara Keegan from Aberdeen Performance in 5. Melody Jones, she goes in 6 for Borough of Stockton. Faye McDonough, another Borough of Stockton swimmer, right next to her teammate in lane number 7. And Naomi Parker from Morpeth in lane number 8. Well, Lucy Grieve. Very much the favourite for this one. And it's very good sprinter, Lucy Grieve. We're from the Scottish Short Course Championships. Good battles over the shorter distances on the butterfly with Tane Bruce and McInnes. Going over the 200 here though, and she's looking good in the early stages. She has to probably be under the 2:23 mark, I think, if she's going to try and make it into the B final later. Entry time 2:20. So she's on course, I think. Try and make that one. Should make her into that B final, certainly. She can get underneath 2:17.54. That might just sneak her into that A final. So that would be a good swim for an afternoon swim. 2:17.54 the target, yeah, for Lucy Grieve. Is she going to do it? Oh, I'm not sure she is. Just slipped by. 2:18.77. Should be a swim, I think, in the B final. I think she's going to be probably third reserve. Well, she would be third reserve if there was one. I think there's just 2 for that final. But a good swim though for Lucy Grieve under the 2:20 mark. That's good swimming from her. 2:18.77. In second place, 2:20.77. That might get Faye McDonough another swim tonight. Possibly in that B final, as well as Kate Mills as well. Possibly into that B final as well. My maths is kind of working overtime here trying to work that out. But I think the top 3 might have just made it in there. Zara Keegan possibly, but possibly not into that B final. We shall wait and see. It's going to be very close for that one, but certainly we should be seeing a few of these swimmers returning tonight for a swim in that B final. So next event is the 200 freestyle. We saw some cracking swims this morning, of big names this morning in the 200 freestyle. Duncan Scott, Tom Dean, James Guy, Stephen Milne, they were the fastest qualifiers into that A final tonight. Should be a cracking race, that one. Can any one of the swimmers this afternoon force their way into another one of those finals this evening? This first heat sees Dominic Anderson in lane number 2 from Morpeth, Brodie Gordon Gibson from Warrender in 3, Calvin MacDonald from Aberdeen Performance in 4, Jamie Joshua from Hatfield in 5, Kane Buchanan from Dundee City Aquatic in 6, Matthew Mahoney from Newcastle in 7, Jack Mitchell from Aberdeen Performance in lane number 8. Brodie Gordon Gibson going well here. 58.47 at the halfway point. Kane Buchanan some 5 seconds behind as they go over that final turn. Brodie Gordon Gibson. Kane Buchanan holding second place, but no doubt about who's going to win it. 202.08 for Brodie Gordon Gibson, and that's an excellent improvement on his entry time. So that result is confirmed. Brodie Gordon Gibson taking it. Kane Buchanan in second place, winning that close contest with Dominic Anderson. So a nice way to start this 200 freestyle heats. On to heat number 2 now. Zach Slater from East Lothian goes in lane number 1. Sam Moore, South Ayrshire, in lane number 2. Jack Murphy from Bells Hill, he goes in 3. James Hodgson from Newcastle in 4. Greg Hall in 5 from Aberdeen Performance, with Fraser Claxton from Heart of Midlothian in 6. Cameron Doran from Bells Hill in 7. And Jake Holmes from City of Glasgow in lane number 8. Well, 7 swimmers there, all pretty much in a row, all in contention here as they come up to the halfway point. Brodie Gordon Gibson was under the 1 minute mark when he hit that halfway point. 58.47, 59.80. Not much in it at all. Jack Murphy, Jake Holmes in 8, Zach Slater in 1. All pretty close. The lane 4 beginning to come through a little bit. James Hodgson just showing his power in the second half of this one. Zach Slater, Jack Murphy Well, Zach Slater right in contention here. Just 2 100 separating the two of them. As they come in, lane number 1, Zach Slater is looking good, but it was a strong third 50 there for the swimmer in the centre, James Hodgson. Is he going to hold on? But it might be Zach Slater, possibly in lane 1, or Hodgson just coming through strong. It is going to be Hodgson, I think. We'll take it in 2:04.78. Zach Slater in second place with Greg Hall in third spot. But a good race there between the two at the end, lane 4 and lane 1. James Hodgson taking that ahead of Zach Slater. (2:04.78). Final finishing time. Both Hodgson and Slater inside their entry times. Well, heat number 3 underway. 8 heats of this one. Ben McLaughlin from Geary goes in 1. We have Greer van der Molen from Stirling Swim in 3. Jack Simpson, East Kilbride in 4. Jacob Elwell from Borough Stockton in 5. Michael Scully from Limerick in 6. Kieran Turnbull from Derwentside in 7. And Luke Porteous from East Lothian in lane number 8. Michael Scully off to a good start there. Goes in lane number 6, and part of that big contingent from Ireland, 50 plus swimmers swimming here at the Edinburgh International. Comes through 58.32. It's the fastest 100 that we've seen this afternoon so far. Well, they're kind of queuing up behind him, aren't they? 5 swimmers right across the pool here. Michael Scully going over there, 131.36 for him. He's got about a second and a half advantage over the rest of the field, who are all bunched there within about half a second of each other. The 5 swimmers going well. Very outside lane, Luke Porteous maybe pulling himself through into second place here. Can he challenge for first position? Great finish from lane 8 here. Oh, and it is. Michael Scully will take it. Only just by 0.1 of a second from Luke Porteous. A good finish. Look at that split for the final 50. 30.6 there for Porteous. That's what brought him back into contention. So Scully takes it in 2:03.22. Heat number 4.
So on to heat number 4.
Ruben Kelly goes in lane 1 from Dumfries. Mika Van Blerk from Warrender goes in 2. Owen Leach in 3 from City of Cardiff. Ross Errants from South Ayrshire in 4. Angus Johnston from City of Glasgow in 5. Finn Bremner from Warrenderbass in 6. Mark Scott from Finns in 7. And Keane Hughes from City of Cardiff in lane 8. Approaching the halfway point. It's like lane number 3, Owen Leach. Yeah, good advantage there at the halfway point. Ross Errants, second place. Coming through very strongly, Mark Scott and Finn Bremner as well. Bremner moving through into second position there. Owen Leach still holding it there. And the speed is pretty much the same as the swimmer in the second position. That's Finn Bremner. Pulled his way through. Looks like it might be Owen Leach will going to take this one. They have a clear lead at the finish. Finn Bremner in second there, just ahead of Mark Scott, with Mika van Blert coming through strongly to finish in fourth position. 2:01.46. Fifth heat. Two Warrender swimmers closest to us. Ben Kelly in 1, Alex Thompson in 2. Callum Peebles goes in 3 for East Lothian. Max Gayson Holly goes in 4 for City of Cardiff. Elgin's Lucas Brown goes in 5. Archie Dixon from City of Glasgow in 6. Harley James, City of Cardiff in 7. Scott Fleming from East Kilbride in lane 8. Lucas Brown takes them through the first 50. Not much in it at all though. 5 100ths of a second separating the top 3. Who's going to make a move as they come to the halfway point? Again, not much in it at all. Harley James just going over first in lane 7. Callum Peebles in second. Max Gayson Holly in third spot there. But really 5 swimmers as they approach this final turn. Maybe Lucas Brown with a little bit of work to do. Try and get himself back into contention here. Harley James is going well in lane 7. May well have just taken up the running. It's almost a reverse spearhead here as for the top 5 as they come down this final length. And there we are, Harley James, first place under the 2 minute mark, 1:59.81. 2 minutes point 22 for Max Gayson Holly and Callum Peebles in third. So Harley James goes the first one under the 2-minute mark. And still with some more heats to come. Here is heat number 6.
Heat 6, Owen Ray, 1-1, Nathan Campbell of Sterling 7-2.
Swimmers in this one are Owen Ray from Warren-de-Bass, Nathan Campbell from Stirling Swim, Finley Club from Aberdeen Dolphins, Arjan Din from University of Bath, Matthew Brown from Aberdeen Performance, Elliot Sibley from Nova Centurion, Barta Idesgard from Havnar, Riccardo Lucarelli from Mount Kelly.
Finley Club of Aberdeen Dolphins 27, 34, just a touch faster than previous heat, but not by much at all. Second last summer in the festival swimming, Scottish.
So can anyone else dip under that 2? The entry times are all 1:58, 1:59 range.
He's had a good second 50, and he's moved into the lead on the back of it.
Lucarelli
5-5.
right up there in lane number 8, leads them through. Arjan Din in second position in lane number 4 in the centre lane, but Riccardo Lucarelli is looking right across the rest of the field. Might just about be able to see that he's in first position here, coming to this final turn. Breathing to his right, having a good look at where his competitors are, I think. Elliot Sibley in second position, Matthew Brown in third place as they go over that final turn. And Lucarelli, well, looking like he's breathing over, still breathing to his right hand side. He won't be able to see anyone coming back this time, but he's digging in well. Lucarelli, two lanes down from him is Elliot Sibley. Can Lucarelli hold on here? Good contest there, and it is Lucarelli. Takes it just by 4/100ths of a second, 1:59.02. Well done, Riccardo Lucarelli. So 1:59.02, take that one. Ahead of 1:59.06 for second place, Elliot Sibley. And in third spot, Bartol Isegard. 2 minutes .11 against 2 minutes .17 for fourth place, Matthew Brown. That was the 6th of the 8 heats. Move on to heat number 7. So heat 7 sees Stefano Mitchell in lane number 1 from Plymouth Leander. Michael Flynn from City of Glasgow back in again after that 1500 earlier. He goes in lane number 2. Angus Allison in 3 from Stirling University. Jack Munsey in 4 from Stirling Uni. Liam McLaughlin goes in 5 for Edinburgh University. James Allison from Aberdeen Performance in 6. There's no one in 7. Henrik Mascarenas from University of Bath goes in lane number 8. So down to the halfway point. Jack Munsey take up the running here. 55.48. Saw Jack Munsey swim over the longer freestyle distances in the Scottish Short Course Championships. the Winter Championships in here just before Christmas. And he's doing a good job in this 200. Trying to force his way. Well, I mean, it's a quality field, this 200. Force his way into a B final. You've got to be looking at 152 or so. It might be a tough ask for Jack Munsey. He's not going to be too far away from that. And he's in 154.48. A good swim. So 55.48 out for the first 100. And it looks like 59 exactly coming back for Jack Munsey. Looking at the times from this morning. That time 154.48. Well, that been 28th place, I think that would have put him this morning from the heat, such as the quality of those 200 freestylers. So the final heat of the 200 freestyle, Alex Sargent from Stirling University goes in at lane number 1. Bradley Evans from Nova Centurion in 2. Ian Rose in 3 from the University of Bath. Miguel Martinez Nonoa from Spain in 4. Peter Allen from Stirling University in 5. Jude Lydiard from Edinburgh University in 6. We have Jacob Armand from Mount Kelly in 7. And Maxwell George from Hatfield. In fact, no swimmer, actually. It's not Maxwell George, not taking the start in lane number 8. Miguel Martinez Nonoa. We'll just have the edge here. 55.19. I wonder if the Spanish swimmer can force his way into another swim tonight. Again, 152.71 was the time that he's got to achieve. Might be a tough ask, I think. He's got a chance though, I think. It's going to have to be a really tough last 50 here, but he's certainly going for it. This might well be very, very close to the position in the B final here. The time he has to achieve 152.71. He's inside, and that should put him in the B final. In the final position, I think. Well, I knew he had a chance, kind of coming off that last turn. And he converted it. Wow, great swim. And that'll put him in the top 16. In 16th position, Spanish swimmer. So, if he wants to, he'll get another swim tonight. Peter Allen was second place there. Alex Sargent in third. And Jude Lydiard in fourth position.
So at all times when you're inside the venue, please make sure you've got your masks on, spectators.
Move up to the other end of the pool. It's the 50 freestyles now.
So there's plenty of spectators not listening to these. So please, right away, if you put your masks on, please, over your nose and mouth. Thank you very much. We don't want to ask you to leave, but that's what we'd have to do if you don't.
So the 50 freestyle for women. Katie Brennan, Erica Watt, Emma Creaney, Becky Watson, Chloe McLean, Lucy Atherton and Phoebe Arbuckle. That is the lineup for this first heat. First of 11 heats of this 50 freestyle. Well, in the centre might just be Becky Watson ahead of Phoebe Arbuckle. No, it's the other way about. 1/100th. Phoebe Arbuckle taking it ahead of Becky Watson. So a good swim from the outside lane for Phoebe Arbuckle. 28.85, taking it by 1/100th from Phoebe Arbuckle. Again, for B final place, you're talking about 26.80 as we get into these final heats. I wonder if anyone's going to challenge that time. Second heat, Isla Headley, Sarah Stewart, Isabel Abernethy, Isla Gilmurray, Laura Potts, Kirsty Gilmore, Safrina Machin, Heather Stewart. Oh, maybe Isabella Abernethy, possibly in 3. It might be lane number 4, Isla Gilmurray. Or 5, maybe Laura Potts. It is Laura Potts. 29.01. Taking that one ahead of Isla Gilmurray. And Heather Stewart right on the outside lane, the North Ayrshire swimmer. Finishes third position there. So Laura Potts takes that one, 29.01. Ahead of Gilmurray. Third heat. Mariella Bidsmu Butler, Julie Dunn, Mia McLeod, Grace Noonan, Jessica Keogh, Ivana Jansen, Emily Fox, Madison Cole. Those are your 8 swimmers. Good start from Madison Cole there, right at the top. Probably the fastest reaction time of anyone. It's given her an advantage from the start. Can she maintain that as they come into the last few metres here? Is very close. It might just be Mia McLeod. Oh, Madison Cole was going to get it there if she finishes third behind Mia McLeod and Grace Noonan. Madison Cole with an excellent start. Nearly maintained it right to the end. Not quite. Mia McLeod takes it ahead of Grace Noonan. Heat number 4 of the 11 heats. Tilda Muller from Hovenstatens, Olivia Miskelly from Swim Ireland, Lana McDonald from Borough of Stockton, Ashley Drake, Warrender, Maya Ranard from Aberdeen Dolphins, Katie Rose, Warrender, Heidi Wren from City of Glasgow, and Ciara Davidson, City of Glasgow. In fact, there's 2 swimmers missing here. Katie Rose and Heidi Wren not taking the start. But we do have in lane number 4, Ashley Drake, 28.80, her entry time, and I think she might just have this one. Oh, it's very close again with lane number 7, Heidi Wren. But it was Ashley Drake who took it. 28.35. The heats getting faster as we go through them. Ashley Drake, Heidi Wren and Olivia Miskelly. That is your top 3. Gate number 5 sees Jennifer Murray, Emily Maxwell, Anna de Grossa, Helen Stoddart, Kerry Gillespie, Natalie Jones, Sophia Quigley and Lucy Lucas. Lucy Lucas we are looking at now, lane number 8. Jennifer Murray closest to us now in lane number 1 and going well. Actually, Jennifer Murray, Edinburgh University swimmer. Maybe Helen Stoddart as well in lane 4. It's Stoddart and Murray, 2/100 separating them, 28.23. And in third place it was Anna de Grossa. Helen Stoddart just coming through in the centre lanes there. Jennifer Murray, good swim from the outside lane. The Edinburgh University swimmer. Gate number 6, Lisa Stoddart goes in 1. Kiana Kurtzer back in the water again in 2. Eva Alguero 3. Sophie Hull in 4. Faith Yuda in 5, Grace Itowu in 6, Abigail Stemp in 7, and Alice Mackey in lane number 8. Good start from Abigail Stemp there in lane number 7. Also going well, Louisa Stoddart. Oh, Helen Stoddart won that previous heat. Is it going to be a Stoddart double here? Oh, very tight indeed. It is, I think. Yes, Louisa Stoddart just gets it, 27.96. Abigail Stemp in second after that good start. And in third place, Sophie Hull in the centre lane. 27.96 though for Louisa Stoddart. Well done. Under the 28-second barrier. And try and force your way into one of the B finals. Well, the B final, 26.80, 16th place is sitting out at the moment. Gate number 7, Rebecca Reid, Marie Wood, Ailey Robertson, Lee Bailey, Tasha Simpson, Madison Eveler, Amber Stevenson and Amelia Riggett. Maybe Natasha Simpson possibly, or Madison Peveler in 5 and 6. Maybe into the wall first. Oh, it's Hayley Robertson actually in 28.16. Lane number 3. Well done, Hayley Robertson. In second position. It was Rebecca Reid with Natasha Simpson in third position. We do have a disqualification there. Madison Peveler was disqualified in that previous heat. 28.16 for Ailey Robertson to take that one. Heat number 8, Susie McNair, Falca Taint, Lauren Bradley Holt, Katrina Stewart, Charlotte Williams, Grace Maskell, Caroline Jensen and Lydia Parker. Lauren Bradley Holt going well as they come into the finish. Maybe lane 7, possibly Caroline Jensen. She does take it, yeah, 27.81. Lauren Bradley Holt in second position. And in third place there, Grace Maskell. I thought Lauren Bradley Holt was just about edging it as they came close to the finish there. But Caroline Jensen from the Danish team, she takes that one, 27.81. Heat 9 sees Amy Hutchison, Georgia Harvey, Anna Green, Emma Hodgson, Millie Milne, Abby Winstanley, Olivia Marshall and Anna Morgan. In fact, no Anna Morgan in this one, but Olivia Marshall is there. Olivia Marshall looks like she might be leading here. Coming into the close, Abby Winstanley finishing strongly. Also Georgia Harvey as well. It is Olivia Marshall will take that one ahead of Georgia Harvey. And Abby Winstanley in third position. Olivia Marshall was the one to take it. She looked like to me she got the best start. Able to hold on to that. 27.75. The times just creeping down. Two more heats to go. Heat number 10, Elena Pedersen, Tatiana Tostavane, Ava Simpson, Emily Grant, Molly Nolte, Annalise Benyon, Olivia Mason and Anya Slesser. Line up for this 10th heat.
Heat 10, Elena Pedersen, Tatiana Tostavane, Ava Simpson, Emily Grant, Molly Nolte, Annalise Benyon
from City of Glasgow. Looks like she might just have an advantage here. Molly Nolte going well in lane number 5, but it looks like Benyon from City of Cardiff is going to take it. Yeah, 27.13. That was excellent there, Annalise Benyon. 7.63 for Molly Nolte in second. Olivia Mason in third, 27.73. Look how close that one was. Second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Very tight indeed. So the final heat sees Ellie McKibben, Rihanna Spinner, Georgina Dennis. No one in 4, but we have Jessica Calderbank, Kira Sterica, Maya Azopardi and Georgina Pryor. Outside lane, it is Georgina Pryor from Derventio. Is she going to hold off the challenge here? I think she is. 26.45. Wow, great time there. And that will force her way into a B final, I think. Georgina Pryor for Derventio. That will put her in about 12th position. Comparing it to the heat swims from this morning. Jessica Calderbank, 26.79. Is that going to be enough? It might not be enough because of Georgina Pryor. That might put her in 17th position, I think, Jessica Calderbank. Could be wrong, though. Maybe just missing out on that final, but two sensational swims there. In first and second position in that final heat. Stay up the top end of the pool for the 50 metres butterfly for men. James Burnett, Fraser Claxton and Richard Butterworth are the swimmers in this first of the 8 heats. Three swimmers all on the high 28-second mark. Looks like Warren are going to take this one.
entry time. So
It wasn't, it was the Morpeth swimmer, red cap, confused me there. Richard Butterworth taking that one, 27.22. James Burnett in second position. Excellent swim there from Richard. Big improvement on the entry time. So second heat sees Isaac Prinsenfeld, Cameron Mitchell, Ewan Beattie, Jack Mitchell, Darren Morgan, Apostolos Kapatos, Zach Slater, Frangiscos Kapatos. Two Dartford swimmers in this one, in 6 and 8. A bit of rivalry there, but it looks like Prinsenfeld from Havnar might just have it down here in lane 1. If you can spot that finish, he can. 27.63. Take that one. In second position, Zach Slater, and in third, Apostolos Kapatos in 28.11. So Prinsenfeld there, 27.63. Getting edging ever closer to the times they need to achieve to make that B final. Still a few more heats to come on this one. Going to be down in the 25 range. Heat 3 sees Isaac Buchan, Matthew Hamilton, Ben Kelly, Murray Dixon, Jack Murphy, Kieran Turnbull, Bryden Byrne and Callum Sinclair. Oh, who's going to take this one? Ben Kelly maybe in 3 if he can again spot that finish. He does. Good finish. 27.17 from Ben Kelly. Kieran Turnbull in second position and Isaac Buchan in third place. 27.43 and 27.65. Ben Kelly. Swim from him, 27.17. Good improvement on the entry time, 28.00 was the entry time. Heat number 4 sees Dominic Anderson in 1, Harry Winston in 2, Lewis Condy in 3, Dylan Cashmore in 4, Finn Bremner 5, Travis Davey in 6, Fraser Wilson in 7, and Connor Fitzgerald in lane number 8. Connor Fitzgerald, way! And a rocket there. Great reaction for Connor Fitzgerald, great work on the water, and he looks like he's going to take this one comfortably. Stretches for the wall, takes it though in 25.95. Connor Fitzgerald. Finn Bremner in second position, and in third spot Travis Davey, but 25.95. Well, Connor Fitzgerald, as you can see, there's a junior swimmer. That must give him a good chance of making that junior final. It's not going to quite be good enough for a B final, so it's going to sit at 25.41. But we may well see Connor Fitzgerald again in the junior final. Next heat. Heat number 5, Max Gayson, Holly, Finlay Nelson, Conrad Slesser, Finlay Club, Cameron Creaney, Ethan Horn, Brodie Gordon Gibson and Elliot Best. I don't know what Brodie Gordon Gibson's got in his locker this time. He's on a very good 200 freestyle. Ethan Horn going well in lane number 6, being challenged now by Brodie Gordon Gibson. So those two into the wall, and it is Ethan Horn. 26.16 for Ethan Horn, just with the touch ahead of Brodie Gordon Gibson. Conrad Slesser in third position ahead of Finley Club. 26.78. Conrad, another good time, good improvement for him on that entry time. Heat number 6 is Marcus Scullion 1, Mark Innes in 2, Lewis Birrell in 3, Marcos Ikovidis in 4, Benjamin Chuyin in 5, Ryan Ferguson in 6, Brendan Johnson in 7, and Adam Strickland in lane number 8. Lewis Birrell started well. Marcos Ikovidis, that's centre lane. Iacovidis from University of Bath, maybe just in there. It was a blanket finish. He does take it. 26.23. Second place, 26.31 goes to Ryan Ferguson. 26.33 to Lewis Birrell. It was very close indeed, but Iacovidis will take it. 26.23. 2 more heats to come. Can anyone challenge that B final time? 25.41. Ben Prosser, Owen Leach, George Wise, Harry Shellman, Miles Lapsley, Dermot Sutton, Peter Allen, and Albertus Andikabangon. Lane number 6 going well. It's Dermot Sutton. Can he hold on to this advantage now? Ahead of Peter Allen in lane number 7. Very close indeed, but he does get the touch. Dermot Sutton, 25.78 for Dermot Sutton. Well, Dermot Sutton taking that one, 25.78. Harry Shalman in second position. One of the Jersey swimmers, Harry Shalman, will be representing Jersey in the Commonwealth Games. So heat number 8. Can anyone challenge that? 25.41. Richard Farthing, Luke Shaw, Tom Taylor, Aryan Din, Oscar Smiley. No swimmer in 6. Alex Cahoon and Lewis Hammond. That is the lineup for this final heat. Alex Cahoon going well in lane number 7. Also going well, Oscar Smiley in lane number 5. These two going to be fast, I think. And she's in 25.16. Wow, that is an excellent time. I did think it looked fast. 25.16 for Alex Cahoon and 25.76 for Oscar Smiley. But that could well be a B final place there. But not too far away from the A final as well. Just going to be sitting in about 11th position. But Alex Cahoon may well be getting another swim this evening, if he wants it, of course. 25.16, I'm sure he will.
So women's 400 freestyle is next up, and we've got 6 heats.
A little bit of a technical delay before the start of this 400 freestyle. First of 6 heats. Swimmers in these first heat of the 6. Susie McNair from first. Emma Creaney from Commonwealth. Eva Gordon from Stirling Swim. Victoria Niven from City of Glasgow. Emma Finlay from East Lothian. Catherine Renfrew from Perth City. Maria Louisa Howe from Aberdeen Performance. And Lucy Atherton from Heart of Midlothian. Susie McNair off to the best start of everyone. We're just hearing word that we might have a swim off later at the end of this session. For, I think it's a reserve place in the 100 backstroke for women. We'll see if that materialises after the final events, scheduled events of this afternoon, which is the men's 200 metres individual medley. So stick with us. There might be a swim off for the women's 100 backstroke for one of the reserve places, and yeah, quite often you see the reserve swimmers get a swim. So worthwhile to be in that reserve place, and it also gets the swimmer another opportunity to swim that 100 backstroke as well, even if they don't actually get to progress to one of the finals tonight. They'll have their second swim regardless if that swim off takes place. Susie McNair going well. She comes down now to the halfway point. McNair looking very relaxed there, 2:18.42. You see the last 50 splits of these swimmers, and Susie McNair 36.37, the fastest of all of them, which you might expect, and she's stretching her lead. Victoria Niven decides to make a move, and Susie McNair is slowing down. Then we'll be able to see that in terms of the previous 50 split. So Susie McNair, Victoria Niven. Emma Creaney, they come up to the 300 mark. If these gaps have narrowed or extended. Susie McNair certainly going very well. .985. Yeah, second faster on that split than Victoria Niven. That's why the gap is increasing. Susie McNair on for something in the region of about a 440, I would think. She might even be able to just dip under that 440, that 34-second previous 50. It looks like she's going to do that. She can continue this pace. Entry time of 4:52. That's why she's ahead of the rest of the swimmers in this field, because she's going to go, instead of a 4:52, going to be hitting a 4:40, I think. Probably well inside the 4:40 if this is anything to go by. What a good swim this has been from Susie McNair. Excellent, 4:38.37, well inside 4:40. foot round. I'm sure she'll be delighted with that time. Victoria Niven in second position, Catherine Renfrew in third place, and Emma Creaney in fourth position at 4:38. Excellent time there from Susie McNair. She set the target for the heats to come. Looking at the qualifiers for the A and the B final as they stand at the minute. B final cut-off point 4:24.04, so may well be out of reach for a swimmer, certainly in these opening heats. Might be some junior places up for grabs though. Yeah, a few junior swimmers around about the kind of 4:30 range. Well, we might find that we may see another swim from the likes of Susie McNair as we saw in that previous heat. It's the second heat though. We've got Emily Maxwell from Derwentside in lane number 1. We've got Tegan Black from East Lothian in lane 2. We've got Lauren Clark from East Lothian in lane number 3. Freya Beaton goes to City of Glasgow in 4. Kate Kennedy from Morpeth in lane number 5. Louise Connell from City of Glasgow in 6. India Marshall from East Lothian in 7. And Caris Mooney from City of Glasgow in lane 8. Good tussle between India Marshall and Caris Mooney. They're side by side in 7 and 8. They're right across the lane ropes. Caris Mooney to the right of the lane rope, India Marshall to the left of her lane. And they're all swimming pretty close. I'm sure they'll be able to feel each other, feel the water move next to them. Right across at the side of those lanes in 7 and 8. Lane 5 though, going well, Kate Kennedy. And she comes down to the halfway point. India Marshall in second position, Tegan Black in third, Caris Mooney in fourth place. Seven and 8 almost in unison there. India Marshall and Caris Mooney. They're pushing each other on to decent swims here. Kate Kennedy does have the advantage there. That's her coming off at the 2:50 mark. Still the 2 and 7 and 8 side by side. Still going well in lane number 2 is Tegan Black. As they come to 300 mark. She's online for good time here. Here's Kate Kennedy, the Morpeth swimmer. entry time of 4:46. She might be probably under the 4:45 mark, I would think. Tegan Black going well in lane number 2. The two swimmers in 7 and 8 still having that great tussle there. India Marshall in 7, just being headed, I think, by Keris Mooney in lane number 8. And they are closing on the leader, the long-time leader, at 4:43.67 for Kate Kennedy. Good time for her. Keris Mooney, good time for her. And India Marshall and Tegan Black. So 4 swimmers at the front of the field. Faster than the entry times, so that is always a good sign. Kate Kennedy taking that one. She was getting caught at the end, but it didn't matter. She held on. She takes it in a decent time as well. Well done, Kate Kennedy. 4:43.67.
E3. Catherine Body goes in lane 1, representing Erie. Grace Cochran on Somali in 2. Catherine Somali is Laura Potts in lane 3.
Our third heat, Catherine Body from Geary is in lane number 1. 2 Swim Ireland swimmers in 2 and 3, Grace Cochran and Laura Potts. Isabel Wood from Stirling Swim in 4, Grace Campbell Portobello in 5, Louisa Stoddart from East Lothian in 6, Hannah Edmiston from City of Glasgow in 7, Orla McInnes from Heart of Midlothian in lane number 8. So Louisa Stoddart win heat earlier on. We're going to have a repeat of that. Okay, just looking at the qualification times, just a little bit beyond the swimmers in this heat. But again, some junior places might be up for grabs here, so yeah, very difficult to work out the junior finals for us here. There's so many things going on. And you're probably talking about maybe under the 4:30 mark, possibly, to try and force your way into a junior final. Not 100% sure. Grace Campbell led them through the first 100. Isabel Wood takes them through the 150. Halfway point coming up now. Isabel Wood 2:14.44, just holding on to that lead over Grace Campbell. Two swimmers in the centre look like they have just forged ahead, that advantage there. Last 50, as you can see, pretty close in terms of time, just 7/100ths of a second separating the two leaders. Let's just check the 50 splits on this one as well. It's not much to choose between them. Yeah, 0.3 of a second. Just opened up that little gap at the 300 mark. Should be looking for somewhere around about 337, 336 mark possibly. Come on, that final turn. Still very close indeed. And yeah, Grace Campbell just making a little bit more of an inroad here. Just a little bit faster on that 50 by 0.18 of a second. Is it going to be enough though, as the gap is 0.7 of a second? But Grace Campbell is going to give everything, I would think. See if we can get back on terms with Isabel Wood. Not sure if she's going to manage it though. I think Isabel Wood is just about going to get this one here. Grace Campbell giving everything, but Isabel Wood had it under control. And she will take that in 4:36.81. Wow, good time there. Good time. Good improvements there for the top two swimmers, Grace Campbell and Isabel Wood, pushing each other onto some excellent swims. So Isabel Wood taking that one, 4:36.81. Ahead of Grace Campbell. There is heat number 4. Mia McLeod from swim 8 goes in lane 1. Aviva Holinsky, Plymouth Leander goes in 2. Faye Rogers from Aberdeen Performance in 3. Ella Thatcher-Plant from Edinburgh University in 4. Rebecca Friel from Swim Ireland in 5. Phoebe Arbuckle, Warren de Bass in 6. Jessica Heaps from Fauldhouse in 7. And Kerry Gillespie from Aberdeen Performance in lane number 8. Seen a few good swims here in this 400 already. Can anyone take the initiative here?
Four of them in lanes 4 through to 7. 1:37.
Jessica Heaps leads them through in lane number 7. 4.37. Well, Thatcher-Plant with that fast 50 there. Just taking up the running. Well, Thatcher-Plant on the lower of the two yellow marked lanes there in the centre. Just extending that lead, Jessica Heaps in second position there. Just pulling away from the other 2 or 3 swimmers that are in contention. Well, Thatcher Plant, almost exactly 2 minutes 50 at the 250. Well, she is a couple of seconds ahead of second position swimmer there, Jessica Heaps. Rebecca Friel in third. Phoebe Arbuckle in fourth position. As they come down to the 300 mark, Ella Thatcher Plant has swum this pretty well so far. You see the split times there, faster than most, apart from Phoebe Arbuckle, who's maybe just making a little bit of an edge here, but she's way back in terms of the times that they are actually sitting in. Positions they're sitting in there. Ella Thatcher Plant, 326.17. If she can get under her entry time of 4:37.48, she's certainly in for that, I think. She should manage it. That'll be the target for her, Ella Thatcher Plant. Again, a little bit faster than Phoebe Arbuckle there, who's had a good last 100 there, but she's being now challenged by Rebecca Friel in lane number 5. Entry time for Ella Thatcher Plant, 4:37.48. Oh, 4:37.73, just slips by for Ella Thatcher Plant. But a good swim, nevertheless, a good, well-paced swim there. She really extended her lead in the second half of that 400. Pretty much bang on her entry time. So Ella Thatcher Plant takes that one, 4:37.73 ahead of Phoebe Arbuckle and Aviva Halinski. Two more 400s to go. And there is heat number 5. Cara Gordon from Stirling Swim. We have Emily Headley from Newcastle going in lane number 2. We've got Abby Hall from Edinburgh University in lane 3. Coco Fuhrman from Hovenstadens goes in lane number 4. Megan Spears from Swim England in lane 5. Amber Downham from Plymouth Leander in 6. Adrid Mortensen from Havnar in 7. Jennifer Murray from Edinburgh University in lane number 8. Well, entry times for these swimmers range from Coco Fuhrman 4:32.96 into Jennifer Murray 4:36.8. So should be faster than the heat previously. It's got to be looking at around about 4:30 possibly to challenge the junior final. The B final mark 4:24, so it's not going to be achievable, I don't think, for this heat. One more heat to come though. We'll see what they can do as well. It'll be a tough ask. It'll have to be a big improvement for the swimmers in that final heat to challenge for a B final place. Megan Spears going well. Coming down to the halfway point. Megan Spears looking good at this stage. 2:13.13. Amber Downham, Jennifer Murray just split by 2/100ths of a second. They had exactly the same split there for that previous 50. Come up to the 250 mark. Megan Spears does take that one. Jennifer Murray has just got a little bit of an edge now over Amber Downham. Abby Hall down here in lane number 3. But Jennifer Murray Megan Spears, though, that split fastest of anyone in the leading pack there. 34.63 for Megan Spears. 3:22.08. She's going to be around about that 4:30 mark. You would think for Megan Spears. She's not a junior. She's 18. She's not going to be able to be eligible for the junior final, and it's not going to be fast enough for the B final, but Megan Spears would be delighted, I'm sure, to get close to that 4:30 mark if she can do that. Entry time of 4:33.10. Hoping she's going to be inside that. Might be inside that 4:30, is she? It's going to be mighty close. Just 4:31.03, so she is inside her entry time. Well done, Megan Spears. Good couple of second improvement there. Jennifer Murray in second position there in lane 8. Idred Mortensen in third place. So, sixth and final heat of this women's 400 freestyle. Owen Cook from Edinburgh University in 1. Rebecca Reid, Aberdeen in 2. Catherine Bailey, Perth City in 3. Kaylin Hall from Aberdeen Performance in 4. Amelia Moole from Loughborough in lane 5. Olivia Mason from Warren de Bath in 6. Iona Morley in 7 from Winchester. And Mari Craig from Stirling Swim in lane number 8. Not much to choose between any of them, really. It's come down to the 100. Owen Cook leads them through. Catherine Bailey in second position. Kaylin Hall in third. Amelia Moole in fourth. Just 1/100th second ahead of Olivia Mason. Still pretty close to 150. Still Owen, 137. Gone on the 150 mark. We're coming down towards the halfway point now.
3 up on 2 up on Catherine in lane 3.
Still might be Lauren Cook possibly in the lead. Catherine Bailey maybe. Going well in lane number 3. Might well have taken up the running.
2:12.45. So that is a couple of seconds up on the previous heat. And it is Catherine Bailey now. Finishing ahead from Owen.
So Catherine Bailey now pushing through. Kaylin Hall 1 line down. Chasing.
Catherine Bailey
1 line up, I should say, as we look at it.
taking a second and a bit.
Amelia Moore 1 lane further up. Right across the far side is Mari Craig as well.
And it's
300 now.
strong second half, 20:41.
Catherine Bailey looks like she's paced this really well. If you look at the splits there, she's about a second and a bit faster than any other swimmer on that previous 50. That's why she's extended that lead.
Really took away in this second half of this race. 50 to go, just here, 5.
Check the 50 splits again. 34.06 for Bailey. Yeah, she is. No one else is faster. Mari Craig, not outside lane, up there in lane number 8. She's pushing through strongly into second position. Tussle for second position between Kaylin Hall and Mari Craig, but no doubt about who's going to take first. It's going to be Catherine Bailey. Big swim there, 4:28 for Catherine Bailey. Just outside our entry time there, but almost spot on really, just 0.1 of a second outside. That's the final 400 heat this afternoon, 4:28.10 for Catherine Bailey to take that one. Another 200 metres, another 200 metres breaststroke now for men.
Into event 129, this is the men's 200 metres breaststroke. So we have 3 heats this afternoon. In this first heat, we have Logan
4 lengths of the pool for this 200 breaststroke. First heat of 3. Logan van der Meulen in 1. Mark Scott in 2. Kyle Long in lane number 3. James Jordan from Warrender in 4. James Hodgson from Newcastle in 5. Guy Pelosi in 6 from City of Glasgow. Austin Sinclair in 7. He's from Dumfries. And Byron Peel from Borough of Stockton goes in lane number 8. Nice start there from Guy Pelosi. Line 6 coming down to the halfway point. Nice swimmers with entry times just under the 4:40 mark. Some cut the fastest two, James Jordan and James Hodgson, under the 4:40. The rest just over. So Pelosi still with that lead. James Hodgson now trying to make a little bit of an inroad into the lead. Pelosi. It looks like he's got the momentum here going into this final turn. I'll just check the splits. Yeah, half a second the advantage on that 50 there for James Hodgson. Byron Peel in third, Logan van der Meulen in fourth place. Hodgson definitely the man on the up. Is it going to be enough as he comes down this final 50? I think the gap might just be too big. So Pelosi coming in now. 36.93 for Guy Pelosi. Did pick it up in that last 50. James Hodgson in second position there. And in third, right down in lane number 1, Logan van der Meulen. Third place with that 2:43.01. There's the result there. Two coming in, Fraser McIntosh from East Kilbride, Fraser Tetlow from Gary, Franciscos Capatos from Dartford, Jake Holmes from City of Glasgow, Chad Mitchell from Aberdeen Performance, Robson Miles from City of Glasgow, George Tweedy from Morpeth, and Rogers Cringellis from Bellshill. Jake Holmes taking that out fast. Junior swimmer. Jake Holmes, 33.38 for him. It's very, very tight for second place and third place especially. Rogers Cringellis right up there in lane 8, clearing second I think. Very close indeed for the minor places. Jake Holmes going really well here. So Jake Holmes in 152. Cringellis just losing ground now to George Tweedy. Lots of miles. But it does look like it's going to be Jake Holmes who's going to win this one by quite a big margin here in the end. It's going to be a good swim from him. Entry time 2:36.20. So that is going to be beaten for the man from City of Glasgow, 2:33.04.
He's tied for second in the end with City of Glasgow 1-2. Yes, it is. Just edging it, 2:39.55.
Robson Miles just taking it ahead of George Tweedy and Rogers Cringellis. It's very close indeed for that second position. Jake Holmes taking that one comfortably in the end, 2:33.04. Excellent swim. Robson Miles in second position, George Tweedy in third, and Rogers Kringelis in fourth, all coming into the wall virtually together. Third and final heat. Cameron Mitchell from St Thomas goes in 1. Max Pelosi, City of Glasgow, in 2. David Blair from City of Glasgow in lane 3. Charlie Trotman from Edinburgh University in 4. Joseph Martin from Newcastle in 5. Josh Elliott from Hartlepool in 6. Conor Mitchell from Warren Bath in 7. Adam Scott from City of Glasgow in lane number 8. Cameron Mitchell right down here in lane number 1, first to the wall, but Charlie Trotman not too far behind in the centre lane in lane number 4. Charlie Trotman the fastest entry time, 2:27.30. Make it to the B final. We'll be looking at somewhere like 2:23. 2:23.05 in the 16th position at the moment. Charlie Trotman taking up the running. Just ahead of Joseph Martin now, who's coming back into contention. Martin, I think, the Newcastle swimmer moving the fastest of the two. We'll see that when we get to this turn there. Yeah, Joseph Martin just taking the lead there. They're in about a second, almost a second faster there on that 50, and that's what's propelled him into first position. Josh Elliott in third place, but it is tight for that third position. So Joseph Martin looks like he's going to come home there. Charlie Trotman's going to be second place, just under the 2:30 mark. From Joseph Martin, Charlie Trotman just over that 2:30 mark. Third spot, Josh Elliott. First of 5 heats for the women's 100 breaststroke now. The swimmers for that first heat.
To move on to women's 100 breaststroke now. And this is the first of 5 heats. We've got Isabella George of Cooper in 1, Alana Wilson of Belsill in 2, Alice Cumming of City of Glasgow in 3, Erica Watt of Hearts in 4, Sophie Portier of 1.
Well, swimmers for this one. See Isabella McGeorge from Cooper in lane 1. Lana Wilson from Bells Hill into Alice Cumming from City of Glasgow in 3. Erica Watt from Heart Midlothian in 4. Sophie Fortier from Warren Bass in 5. Heidi Wren in 6 from City of Glasgow next to her teammate Rosie Morrison. And Lucy Nimmo from Bells Hill goes in lane 8. This looks like Isabella McGeorge might well have this one. It's first heat, the Cooper swimmer. That entry time of 1:21.20. She's going to be able to hold on here. Swimmer in the centre, coming back, but it is going to be Isabella McGeorge with 1:18.87, taking that one. A great swim from the Cooper swimmer. Erica Watt in second position.
Second place was Erica Watt, and third place Sophie Fortier.
Second of the 5 heats here. Ellen McPhee from Fauldhouse goes in lane number 1. Rebecca Cole from Hamilton in 2. Holly Lumsden from Heart of Midlothian in 3. Martha Reeves from Dundee City Aquatic in 4. Jessica Schultz from Perth City goes in lane number 5. Tegan Black from East Lothian in 6. Leah Bullock from East Kilbride in 7. And Abigail Thompson from Kingston goes in lane number 8. Reeves leads them to the halfway point. Pressed though by Abigail Thompson, that top lane there. Also coming back, Jessica Schultz as well in lane number 5. Will pose a threat in the closing stages here. Also Rebecca Cole, I think. Lane number 2, 7 and 8 as well coming back. Leah Bullock and Abigail Thompson. It is Jessica Schultz will take that one. Leah Bullock and Abigail Thompson in 2nd and 3rd. Martha Reeves in 4th and Rebecca Cole in 5th. But, well, great finishes there. Especially Leah Bullock and Abigail Thompson in those top lanes. Came through very, very strongly. But Schultz takes it, 1:19.02. Going on for this women's 100 breaststroke. 5 heats. This is the 3rd one. Katie Brennan goes in 1. We have Perry Scobie in lane number 2. Ailey Armstrong in 3. Katie Reeves goes in lane number 4. Ailey Stewart goes in 5. Faye McDonough in 6. Erin Russell in 7. And Erin Taylor goes in lane number 8. Ailey Stewart was first to the wall. I think she's maybe getting headed now by Faye McDonough from the borough of Stockton. Possibly in lane 8 as well. Erin Taylor right up there at the top. And also Perry Scobie as well in lane number 2, but I think it might be Erin Taylor who's going to take this. Just she does in 1:17.33. Good swim there. Swim from Erin Taylor of Fins. From the outside lane, Perry Scobie in lane number 2. Looks like she was second. And Faye McDonough in third position there, 1:18.49. And Erin Russell also in the 1:18 range in fourth. Heat number 4 sees Mary Rogers from Warrender in 1, Lily Blount from Hatfield in 2, Kaylin Hall from Aberdeen Performance in 3, Freya Maston from Shetland in 4, Amy McLeod from City of Glasgow in 5, Ellie Robertson from South Ayrshire in 6, Sarah McNaughton and Zahara Smith, they go in 7 and 8, and they're both from Warrender Baths. You see the red caps there of Warrender Baths. These are the swimmers in 7 and 8. First place to the wall though on the other side of the pool, Lily Blount going in lane 2, and Mai Rogers as well going in lane number 1. So they were in contention at that halfway point. Looks like lane 5 now, Amy McLeod. And lane 6, Ellie Robertson might just be coming through. Maybe Ellie Robertson a little bit of an edge here, coming into those final few strokes now. Stretch for the wall, she does a stretch, not an extra stroke, and that worked to her advantage. 1:16.82 for Ellie Robertson. Mai Rogers was close though in lane number 1. So Robertson takes it, 1:16.82. Rogers in second and McLeod in third. Final of the 5 heats here, and the Grossa goes in lane 1 for best. Sophie Hull from Warrender goes in 2. Mount Kelly's Amelia Riggott in 3. Lucia Grant from Winchester in 4. Julie Bordal from Hamar in 5. Anne Hutchison from Edinburgh University in 6. Fern Crichton from Pursery in 7. Emily McGee from Carnoustie in lane number 8. Julie Bordal just ahead of Lucia Grant. Not watching it at all, but Bordal came off the wall well. Maybe extended that lead. I think Bordal, Hamar swimmer. See if you can get inside that entry time, 1:14. It's going to be just on the 1:14 range, 1:14.57 for Julie Bordal. Amelia Riggott, 1:15.64, and Lucia Grant, 1:15.90. So Julie Bordal takes that final heat, 1:14.57. Amelia Riggott in second and Lucia Grant in third place. final scheduled event for this afternoon is the men's 200 metres individual medley. And we have 7 heats.
Final event of the afternoon. This is the men's 2 a.m. We've got 7 heats here.
And it's first heat in lane 2.
So the first heat of the 7. Logan van der Meulen in lane 2. Austin Sinclair and Dumfries in lane 3. Dylan Cashmore from South Ayrshire goes in lane 4. Cole White from Warrender in lane 5 next to Guy Semple from Warrender in lane 6. And Ethan Stewart from Hamilton goes in lane 7. Good start from Dylan Cashmore on the butterfly and Cole White as well. And separated by 7/100ths of a second. Ethan Stewart coming through there. You see the split for Ethan Stewart, 36 point, by far the fastest backstroker there in the field. That's pulled him into pole position. Let's see who is going to take the honours in the breaststroke. Logan van der Meulen coming back strongly in lane number 2. Still there, Cole White in lane number 5. Guy Semple in 6. And Guy Semple has used that breaststroke there, 41.44. So you see things switching about as they switch strokes. Cole White has been, well, almost a constant towards the front of the field. Can he just claim the top spot here in this final sprint for the line? Cole White, Guy Semple sort of coming through as well. Logan van der Meulen, but it is going to be Guy Semple will take it. Cole White in second. Logan van der Meulen in third place, just ahead of Ethan Stewart. So Guy Semple takes that one. A good second half there for Guy Semple. 224.34. So no one in 1 or 7. And we do have Jamie Joshua in 2, Kieran Turnbull from Derwentside in 3, Robson Miles in 4 from City of Glasgow, James English from Warrender Bath in 5, Postelos Kapatos from Dartford in lane 6, John Mackay from Perth City goes in lane 8. There's 6 swimmers taking the start for this one. Kieran Turnbull led on the butterfly, continues to lead on the backstroke. Great backstroke leg as well for Kieran Turnbull. That's the last two strokes. And he's led the way. I wonder if the breaststroke will just move things about a little. Looks like Apostolos Kapatos coming through strongly. Also in lane 4, Robson Miles looking great on this breaststroke. Really pulling up here. But Kieran Turnbull is away and clear. His to lose, I think, this race. He's got a big lead going into the freestyle. That split, Robson Miles 41.82. Great breaststroke split, but he's got a long way to go to catch Kieran Turnbull. Kieran Turnbull already up into his stroke when the others were coming into the wall. So was the advantage. If you're in the freestyle first, you're in the faster stroke, while the others are still swimming the breaststroke. Kieran Turnbull comes home in 220.23. Wow, great swim there. Excellent improvement on the entry time. It was Kapatos in second position. And in third position it was James English, who made a good rally in the final 50 there, getting ahead of Robson Miles. Third of the 7 heats. Well, looks like a positive start at the top of the picture there. Full lineup for this one. Calvin MacDonald from Aberdeen Performance goes in 1. Cameron Doran from Bells Hill goes in 2. Kyle Mitchell from Geary goes in lane number 3. In 4 is Kai Connolly from City of Glasgow. 5 is James Burnett from Warren de Baths. At 6 is Franciscos Kapatos from Dartford. Greg Hall goes in 7 for Aberdeen Performance, and leading them through the butterfly was Cameron Creaney from Cumbernauld. James Burnett through first. 105.13 at the halfway point. Very good backstroke there. 35.93 for that split. No one faster. Cameron Creaney still there in the mix. The backstroke, well, he was one of the slowest splits on the backstroke there out of the whole field, but he's still in contention after that good butterfly. And quite a strong breaststroke here. James Burnett, though, still has that lead. Good breaststroke leg for him. Cameron Creaney still holding on to that second position ahead of Kai Connolly now, who's come through with Cameron Doran in 4th position. Cameron Creaney still holding on to that second position. He's really fighting hard on this freestyle. He's not going to catch James Burnett, though, the Warrender swimmer. He's going to come home. He had an entry time of 2:20 and he's improved that to 2:19. Cameron Creaney will be pleased with his swim. 2:21.85, so he's got in ahead of the 2:22 mark, where that was his entry time. So 2:19. Good swim there from James Burnett. Heat number 4 of these 7 heats. Isaac Buchan from the Borough of Stockton goes in 1. Finlay Nelson from Dumfries in 2. Neddy Irwin from Limerick goes in 3. Charlie Eatwell from Swim Ireland in 4. Jacob Wood from Elgin in lane number 5. Finn Bremner from Warrender, he goes in lane 6. Byron Peel from Borough of Stockton in 7. And Reuben Kelly from Dumfries goes in lane number 8. Charlie Eatwell led them through. Swimmer in lane number 4. He's now being pressed by Jacob Wood. In lane 5 in that green cap. Elgin swimmer. In fact, it's Neddy Irwin. Apologies, Charlie Eatwell and Neddy Irwin, the 2 Irish swimmers out ahead. 3 and 4, not 4 and 5. Charlie Eatwell just with that breaststroke, that strong breaststroke there. Neddy Irwin able to take the lead after the backstroke. Very strong backstroke from Neddy Irwin in 3. Charlie Eatwell in 4. Here comes Jacob Wood now coming through into contention. Isaac Buchan also going well right down in lane number 1. It's all to play for here. That breaststroke really closed them up again. Finn Bremner with a good breaststroke as well, 41.80 as they got into the freestyle. Charlie Eatwell, well, he obviously loves this freestyle element of the individual medley because he's stretching away from the others here, and he will take this one in 2:18.28. And again, just looking at the splits, it was the freestyle there at the end made a big difference to Charlie Eatwell. Charlie Eatwell under the 2:20 mark, 2:18.28. That's under his entry time. So we move on to heat number 5. Max Pelosi in lane number 1 from City of Glasgow. Lucas Brown from Elgin in lane number 2. Harley James, City of Cardiff in lane number 3. Scott Fleming from East Kilbride in 4. Andrew Arthur, Stirling University in 5. Jake Holmes from City of Glasgow in 6. Oliver Dennis from Plymouth Leander in 7. Jack Murphy from Bellshill goes in lane number 8. Swimmers in this heat, all with the exception of Jack Murphy, entry times in the 2:17 range, so Ponce is to be a close one. At halfway, Harley James has taken up the running. Lucas Brown close behind. Andrew Arthur in 3rd position. Andrew Arthur coming through strongly.
Stepped up on the breaststroke.
Come on to the final few strokes of the breaststroke. Andrew Arthur. Look at that, 40.26 for Andrew Arthur from Stirling University. Harley James just falling into second position now. Can he catch Andrew Arthur? Harley James in lane 3. Andrew Arthur just 2 lanes up. 2 lanes up from him is Oliver Dennis. Those 3 swimmers just look like they're coming into the final stages here. Oh, very close at the finish. Good finish there from Harley James, but it wasn't quite enough to get in ahead of Andrew Arthur. And he will take that ahead of James and ahead of Oliver Dennis. Just wait for confirmation of the result. I think we do have a disqualification, Matt. If the screens we are seeing are correct, it is a disqualification there. Lucas Brown disqualified. Top 3 places not affected. It's Andrew Arthur, Harley James and Oliver Dennis. We have the penultimate heat here. Ethan Horn, City of Glasgow, goes in lane 1. Gabriel Elmedi from Hovenstatens goes in 2. Tom Robertson goes in 3 for Aberdeen Dolphins. Archie Dixon in 4 from City of Glasgow. Jet Lee Foreman not taking the start. He was due to go in lane 5. Gideon Helinski in lane number 6 for Plymouth Leander. Finley Club from Aberdeen Dolphins in 7, and Benjamin Chuyin in 8 from Edinburgh University. Now first to the turn in the fly was Tom Robertson in lane number 3. It's under pressure now from Gabriel Elmedi. And also Ethan Horn as well from City of Glasgow. It's the Hovenstatten swimmer Elmedi. Ethan Horn in second. Gideon Helinski coming through strongly in the closing stages of that one as they go into the second half. Yeah, it looks like it is 1 and 8 here. Ethan Horn in 1, Benjamin Chuyin in lane number 8. It's almost reverse spearhead here as they go through. It's going to be Ethan Horn, I think. It is 38.18. Well, incredibly fast breaststroke there, and looks like a good strong freestyle as well for Ethan Horn. Impressed now by Gabriel Elmedi. Didn't like that breaststroke, the Hovenstaden swimmer, but he liked the other strokes and almost caught Ethan Horn there at the finish. But it was Ethan Horn who held on, 2:13.52 for the City of Glasgow swimmer. Good improvement on the entry time, 2:16.70 for Ethan Horn. He's improved that to 2:13 to take that one. Gabriel Elmedi in second and Benjamin Chuyin in third.
Hyundai AM, don't go away, there's a little swim-off backstroke, swim-off race directly after this, but in this heat we now Nathan Campbell.
So the final scheduled race of this afternoon's programme. We do have the swim-off after this one for the women's 100 metres backstroke. But in this final 200 metres individual medley, we have Nathan Campbell from Stirling Swim in lane 1, Luke Hornsey from East Lothian in 2, Michael Flynn from City of Glasgow in 3, James Bartley from Mount Kelly in 4, Don Bissett from Stirling University in 5, Joseph Martin, Newcastle in 6, Travis Davey from Dundee City in 7, and Mark Innes from Edinburgh University in lane number 8. First to the fly was James Bartley, 28.17 at that fly turn. He's been overtaken now by Don Bissett on that backstroke, but those two away and clear. Nathan Campbell going well in the outside lane. Let's see what the breaststrokers can do here. This second half of this race, it's looking good, you have to say, for Don Bissett. He's really gone away very quickly indeed. It was close at the halfway point, but Don Bissett has really taken this one on. To try and make it into another final, it's going to have to be 2:08.30. Try and make it into that B final tonight. And Don Bissett's time 2:10.70, so it's going to have to be quite a big improvement for him to get in there. But he's giving it a go. James Bartley coming back now. Don Bissett looks like he might just take that one. He had an entry time, as I said, of 2:10.70. It's very close to that, 2:11.55 for him. James Bartley in second place in 2:14.05, and Luke Hornsey in third in 2:15.79. So weights are complete there for the 200 metres individual medley. We do have this extra event, the swim off between Lexi Waller and Georgina Pryor. A swim off for reserve place for the B final.
So just to confirm that this is to decide who is going to be first reserve for the B final. Berkeley Swimmer swam 1:04.38 this morning. So it'll be Lexi Waller on half of the Lothian in lane 4.
Lexi Waller is going to be closest to us. Georgina Pryor from Derventio will go in lane 5. Who's going to get the advantage here? Good start there, you have to say, from Georgina Pryor. Excellent start there. Lexi Waller has come up into her stroke now. Georgina Pryor has the advantage going into this. The bulk of that probably came off that start, and as they're into their stroke now, Lexi Waller pulling back there. Pryor goes over 30.52 for Pryor. Both the times that they swam this morning. Well, we're 104.38. Another good turn, good use of the turn there for Georgina Pryor, and Lexi Waller's got it all to do here. 104.38 was the time they did this morning. Lexi Waller is coming back, but she's not going to catch Georgina Pryor. And an excellent time as well, 102.58 for Georgina Pryor. Lexi Waller also improved her time, 103.64. So two good swims there. Georgina Pryor, 102.58, and Lexi Waller, 103.64. Both faster than their heat times. Georgina Pryor will be the reserve, one of the reserves for the B final. So she may well get another chance to swim it again. 102.58 in that swim off, ahead of Lexi Waller. So that is the end of the afternoon session. So we did see a couple of swimmers progress, and they'll get other swims tonight. Quite a few actually in the early events of this afternoon. And we'll see Georgina Pryor maybe in another final tonight. If, well, she's a reserve. You don't know. We might well see her after winning that swim off. So session 3 will be tonight. It's the big session, the finals. The big names will be back in for the head-to-heads. The 200 freestyle is going to be one worth watching for men, I can tell you. The session begins at 5:25 UK time here in Edinburgh. So join us then. Don't miss it. Bye for now.